In 2189, every child across the human colonies is taught the exact same fact. Earth has been a dead planet for 3 centuries. According to the official archives, the end came in the 1850s. Runaway nanotechnology and severe climate disasters supposedly triggered an unstoppable atmospheric collapse, rendering the air toxic. The few survivors managed to flee aboard massive generation ships, drifting in space for decades until they established dozens of completely isolated colonies across nearby star systems. For 300 years, humanity's entire culture has been shaped by the heavy guilt of ruining our homeworld. Earth became an untouchable, forbidden legend. Then, an automated observatory named Listening Station Echo 9 performed a routine scan of deep space. It picked up a radio transmission that shouldn't exist. The signal was originating directly from Earth. When engineers cleared the static, they heard an old woman begging whoever was listening to stay away. "Please, don't come home," she said. Moments later, a child's voice whispered a warning. "They're waking up." Faced with undeniable proof of a human signal, the Colonial Council authorized the Odyssey. It would be the first mission back to Earth in 320 years, to find the sender. Those few seconds of static-laced audio dismantled centuries of recorded history. Earth was no longer a closed tragedy of the past. It was an active, dangerous mystery. The crew expected to find a toxic wasteland. Instead, they landed on a thriving planet, where green forests wrapped around perfectly intact glass skyscrapers. Everything in the major cities sat in an eerie state of preservation. Atmospheric readings showed the air was completely breathable. Cars remained parked in their driveways, front doors stood wide open, and half-eaten meals still rested on dining room tables. Yet amid this perfectly preserved infrastructure, there was a glaring absence. There were absolutely no human bodies or remains to be found anywhere. Earth survived the 1850s intact. Its billions of inhabitants were systematically and inexplicably removed for a purpose the history books never mentioned. Seeking answers, the crew ventured beneath the silent streets. Deep underground, they found a massive, pulsing structure that wasn't built by humans, alongside an ancient digital archive detailing encounters with shifting distortions. The archives detail quantum entities, life forms existing between dimensions. Unable to survive in open space, they require biological vessels. They bury inside human consciousness, imitating their hosts' memories, while connecting with others around them. The danger scales with numbers. When a critical mass of these infected hosts gathers in one physical location, the entities link together and gain the collective power to reshape reality itself. The true threat that drove humanity into the stars was a reality-bending pathogen that had successfully hidden itself within the human mind. This diagram shows Earth as a containment zone, with a concentrated cluster of pulsing red nodes representing the infected. To separate the hosts, uninfected populations shot outward across the stars, mathematically preventing the entities from achieving a reality-warping critical mass. Logs discovered within an underground bunker identify the sender of the radio transmission as a designated warden, connected to life support to monitor the containment. Her plea to stay away was the final protocol of containment, a quarantine barrier the Odyssey just breached, providing the entities with the physical vessel they needed to escape. Earth stands today as a planetary-scale supermax prison, disguised by 3 centuries of manufactured history. The moment the Odyssey broke atmosphere, the quarantine failed. Across the globe, millions of dormant entities awakened, standing up in perfect unison in dark bunkers to seize the approaching ship. Captain Ross was faced with a brutal choice. She could either destroy Earth and everyone left on it to kill the entities, or spare the planet and risk allowing a galaxy-wide infection to spread to the colonies. She chose a tactical middle ground. Ross ordered the ship's orbital singularity weapon to fire. Instead of destroying the physical planet, the blast violently collapsed the dimensional rift, permanently sealing the entities inside. Fleeing Earth twice required agonizing sacrifice. The quarantine was a deliberate choice, made by generations of leaders to protect the scattered colonies from a fate much worse than extinction. The crew of the Odyssey safely returned to the galactic capital. The colonial government celebrated them as heroes who had successfully held the line and prevented a planetary breach. This medical readout shows a routine post-mission scan of Captain Ross. Her standard brainwaves are abruptly morphing into that exact gloning fractal pattern associated with the quantum entities. Humanity sacrificed their homeworld to lock the door, but the quantum pathogen may have already slipped through the keyhole.